Do I make you nervous?
You make me so nervous.
Oh my god, I love that.
Welcome back to Dumb and Broke. I'm Brian.
And I'm Chelsea. And this is Ryan.
Hello, everyone.
Yay!
Welcome.
So I guess I'll introduce Ryan. I mean, we both know Ryan.
I knew you first.
Yes,
You can claim him.
technically.
He can be your friend.
Yeah.
I don't want him.
So-
Actually, we're not friends.
This will come as a shock to no one, but I know Ryan from the gym. From two gyms.
A different gym than I feel like most of everyone else you would know from the gym. Yes?
Yeah.
You know?
Row House. RIP. Yeah, and I think it was a very similar story to Bridget's. If you listened to Bridget's episode, Ryan came in full of sass. Well, I feel like first we bonded over both being from Texas.
Yes.
So that was a thing. But then I think I probably said something and Ryan was like, bitch. And then I was like, okay, I like you.
I mean, I definitely formed community around making fun of others. You know, like
That's important.
It is.
You know, I'm comfortable somewhere if I begin to like be like, shut the fuck up. You know, like
Right. I'm pretty sure you've literally told me that in class.
I feel like that's a universal gay thing, too. Like, if you get insulted by a gay man specifically, they probably like you. There's a good chance they don't, too, but...
I mean, it could be both.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a really 50-50.
It's a love-hate thing, for sure.
So that's pretty much exactly how you introduced Bridget, too. And speaking of...
So Bridget is just a gay man, FYI.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a quick cue. Did you and Bridget become friends also from my birthday party? Was that like y'all's first time hanging?
I feel like... Wait, was that?
Because that was my first time, I feel like, really hanging out with Bridget. And I also feel like it was my first time really hanging out with you.
I think that's when I met Bridget for the first time, was at that dinner. And then like I got
What
along
a
with her.
monumental dinner.
Wow.
It really was. Like I remember just being like, I'm kind of good friends with Chelsea. Like, sure, I'll go to this dinner. And then I show up and it's like,
But we've improved.
I know. No, it was actually it was a lot smaller than I anticipated as well.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like,
She's still working on that. She's trying to get friends.
no, I know it's okay, baby. You were new to the city.
Anyway, on that note, we have a message for you from Bridget.
From Bridget herself.
Oh God, I don't know if I want to hear this.
We need to start it off this way.
This message is for the slut named Ryan. My dear friend, have a good time on the podcast, but whatever you do, watch your words and use them carefully. Do not get canceled. We joke about this, but we know you, bitch. Do not get canceled, and do not make me have to defend you, okay? I'm too cool for that.
What do you have to say to Bridget?
I would say that the good news is that I've argued for final edit. So cancel me later.
Wait, how long have you been in New York?
I moved here August 2021.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
You
I
two
was
around?
November end of October, November 2021.
So we're all roughly like 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
Relatively new. I don't know about you guys, but like I swear, I feel like I've been turning into like a fucking monster since moving here. Like,
Tell me more.
I think I was a nicer person before I moved here because I don't have as much patience. And I mean, yesterday, I'll give you an example. I was leaving the gym and I went to go to my store to pick up my fruit, like the faggot that I am. And I walk, I got blueberries in case you were wondering. And I was with my scooter and I go into the store. I'm not like scooting into the store, but I was just like, moving it in. And this older woman is like, she's trying to get out. I'm already fully in the door and she's like trying to make her way through me. There's only room for one person and it's me and my scooter right now. So I'm already in and she's trying to make her way out. And like the only way she was going to be able to get out is like literally either like go through me somehow or like really have to like do some work. So I was like, hello. Oh no, maybe I said, excuse me, like really loud. And she like looked up like, oh, like literally I would have had to like completely exit in order for her to leave. Like the simplest thing for her to do was to wait a fucking second and let me in. And I got so angry.
I mean, I don't know if I would think of this as being rude. I feel like you're just like you've gotten better maybe getting to the point.
Thank you.
You know?
Okay.
I agree. I feel like I am so much more direct and assertive, and I kind of like it. I kind of
do too, but like I kind of felt bad afterwards because I yelled at her.
Did she say she was sorry, or like what was like the
No.
exchange? Or
I'm under the impression that English, she probably didn't speak much English. And
You also didn't help yourself by saying it was an older woman.
it was an older woman.
how old? like middle age, or we're talking about like 70 plus?
Somewhere in between, probably like a 50-year-old.
Okay, then she could figure it out.
Right. And I don't know, like just like little things, like when people walk out of a store and they have like no self-awareness that like there may be someone walking on the sidewalk and they just like stop. And it's like, now I have to stop because you know what I mean?
But I'll say when people or when you do that to people
I
and
don't
they
do that
yell
to
at you, you never. But if I was to do that to someone, which I have, and I get yelled at, then I'm like, yeah, I deserve that. Yeah. I don't
Most
get like
people- most
uptight
people
about
don't,
it. I'm just
though.
like, oh well.
Most people are like, asshole.
I mean, though, but I enjoy also like the dynamic of this city being that there is like this underlying kind of like bitterness, you know? I mean, like I actually I don't want to call it bitterness because I feel like everyone is just getting to the point, and I feel like it's just like there is like a directness
I agree.
and about it. And
Everyone is in their lane and
well, yeah,
fucking get out of it.
or they're in the clouds as well. Like, which
Yes.
is what like the issue is here is that you're either like in a lane and someone's like not paying attention, you know, and sometimes you're in the
Sometimes
clouds.
lanes cross.
I know exactly.
Yeah, I guess like when I really think about it, I do like it too because we've talked about this before. Like, I'm from Florida, and in Florida, people the cashiers at the cash registers, they want to like know your whole fucking story. Whereas here, no one gives a fuck about you. Like, don't even the cashiers are like, don't even look at me.
I'm imagining myself yelling at an older woman to get out of my way in a grocery store back home, and I think the town would hunt me down and chop my head off.
Oh my god! I imagine myself in like HEB in Hondo, Texas, and like everybody damn knows me as well. So it's like,
Yeah.
So like he's lost his mind.
Exactly.
I mean, I would come across as probably crazy.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
I mean, but I guess it's, it's everything's relative.
Right. I know. I
Location.
I guess I just felt like a little guilty afterwards because it was like an older woman, but also like she had it coming.
It doesn't sound that old. Like I don't know. Like you need to be of a certain like almost like
Senile.
Yeah. For me to like actually be like, if you're like a middle-aged woman, like if you're in your 50s, like come on.
Yeah, you should know better.
Yeah, you should know
should
better.
move in.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys.
No problem. I'm here to validate your
Anything
evil
else
actions.
you would like to unpack?
No, that was really it. That's the end of the podcast.
Okay. Well, I'm actually an angel, and I haven't been mean to anyone today.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you do today?
I got Botox.
Oh my god.
You see, you can't tell now. So if you're watching and you're like, wait, where is it? Listen, I got it here. I got a lot. She locked it up. But the thing is, like,
Did you get a Groupon?
no, I'm rich, bitch.
Okay.
No,
She spent
I'm
a
not.
lot on it. You don't have to say, but like she spent a lot on it.
But I feel good about it, guys. I feel good about it.
Good for you.
So 2 weeks from now, just you're gonna see me. I'm gonna be a brand new bitch. I'm gonna be pulling all of these 20 to lower 30-year-old men's.
Is that what you're targeting? Are you like targeting
She wants to
younger
be a
men?
cougar.
Yeah, exactly. But I have gone on a couple dates with like some 30-year-old guys, which I think I need to up my range. But if I'm gonna stick with the 30s, I got a 30 period, not like 30s.
Right. Wait, like how old are you?
I'm 34.
34. Okay,
Yeah.
bet.
And I remind her every week.
Yeah,
Well, maybe it was time for Botox.
yeah.
Have you
It
ever
was.
gotten Botox?
No, but I want some.
How old are you?
I feel like I want my brow right here. I'm 30. I just turned 30 in November.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
30 as well.
I just
have
keep
you had Botox?
surrounding
No, not yet.
myself
Okay.
with these young 30-year-olds.
Young gay
These
men,
Young gay men.
which we need to talk about.
Yeah.
Should we talk about my type?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
should. I actually do want to unpack this.
Okay. I like, I don't want to say I have a thing for gay men, but typically it turns out that some guys that I'm attracted to could potentially be gay. And it usually happens in a bar where I'm looking around the room, you're scoping it out.
She's at Metro.
She's fully at a gay bar.
Scoping it out, and I'm like, ooh, he's cute. And Brian looks, and it's like the guy that is just like,
Literally, like,
Damn.
voguing. He's like doing a nut drop.
and I'm like, but I think that's my problem is I look at and I was telling Brian earlier, I look at all of these men, especially on the apps too, and I look at them like they're all being ironic, and I think it's so funny. And I think the reality is none of them are being ironic, and I'm just not taking people at face value.
I think while we do live in a city where many men wear dresses and like there is a lot of fluidity, I still don't think that most straight men are secure enough in themselves to be like voguing on a dance floor in an ironic fashion.
But those are the ones that I need. Like, that's the one that I want. But there's also, listen, I also tend to go more the European, which there is fluidity
I would agree
in
with
a
that.
European
Yeah.
man. So, yeah, it's just like really tough to gauge sometimes.
That's so funny because I
Gauge.
think a lot of gay men like, you know, want straight men, and
I
then
kn-
apparently straight women want gay men. Like, what world are we living in?
Because I feel like gay men are just like in touch with themselves rather than like the masculinity of a straight man, toxic masculinity. I like the masculinity of men, but also just want you to have a little, I want you to be my girl.
No, I almost like have to think about this as well. It's like women have like moved in the 21st century. They like seek a companion that is able to like balance masculine and feminine, and yet somehow as like we have trudged into late capitalism, gay men are still just like desiring the most like toxic machismo versions of a man, you know?
Yes.
Like
So what you're saying is this is a y'all problem, not
Right.
necessarily a me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're rejecting the right types.
and then we're like no femmes.
No fats.
Yeah.
All that. It's so bad. That's like a thing. I don't know if that like.
No.
There used to be like on Grindr, like a lot of people would have in their bio. I don't know if they have it.
It was
today.
like it was like no fats, no femmes, no blacks. It was
Yeah.
it was
Yes.
racial. It was body shaming.
no Asians. Like they would like be
Yeah,
very
it
specific.
was-
That's crazy.
Up until maybe like 2 years ago, that was like a very normal.
I mean,
thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if you went to certain parts of this country and you could still find that.
yes, totally.
And that's where there's the dating app for all men. All men should not be allowed to have one thing that is just theirs.
Yeah, I actually agree
Yeah.
with that. No, I think it's like it almost breeds somehow like gay incels, you know? Like
Another thing that's like really super New York. I mean, maybe it's super elsewhere too, but like I feel like since I've moved here, I've seen this more often than not. Are open relationships. We've talked about it a lot. Chelsea and I are very much like jealous people, so it wouldn't work for us, but we don't judge.
I'm entirely. I have actually like in fact in Chicago, I was like broached by a guy who actually I had to like look up this past week and I could not remember his name. That's how like I'm like it's not even that long ago, and I had to like go through my text messages with my friend for literally like 30 minutes to find his name. And he wanted an open relationship, and at the time I was like no, and still to this day I don't think that like. I think people also want open relationships really early on in a relationship. And I'm like, maybe we could like build trust and get bored. It's like my idea.
Right.
You know, then maybe I could
Like,
imagine
what do
it.
we need to spice up? You don't even know the spice yet.
I know. Yeah. Like, baby, I'm great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Try me out for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've got 12 personalities that you need to check out first.
But then I think the scary part with that is like, what if like, you know, you're 2 years into a relationship and then your partner comes to you and says they want an open relationship, but you don't. And they say, okay, is it okay? Because you want one though. Do you know what I mean? Like your partner wants one,
I mean, from that point forward, I don't know if I'll trust them.
right?
Like,
Is the relationship over?
I think
I feel like this is more of
a
gay
thing?
issue,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I just watched Couple to Throuple.
Yes,
And-
I'm with you.
And the majority of those couples were hetero.
right.
You know, and like they were looking for a third. In fact, I was also so unimpressed with that show for one reason. It was because like besides like they had like a very queer couple from Bushwick, breaking news, and then they had like one gay couple from Chicago. But then every other couple was hetero, and they all sought a woman. Like there was none of them who like brought a man into the relationship. I'm like, y'all just have to stay so still heteronormative, like somehow within this like even couple to throuple concept, you know?
Right. But even in that concept, and I didn't finish the show, but I watched plenty. I don't feel like they were looking for like a third, like true polyamory. I think they were looking to spice up their sex life.
I think so too. I feel like every single one of them had something like it wasn't about finding like amorous love.
Yeah,
like
you
know,
are our toy.
Yeah,
is what it was. Seemed like.
I know, and like then they began. Some of them began like fighting over the toys. It was good TV.
I don't watch that.
I'll
Put
watch
it on your list.
I'll watch anything with like that's anything like trashy. Like bring it on.
It like came on after a show that I was watching, and I knew of one of the couples, so that's why I was like, I'm staying tuned.
What are you watching these days?
These days, I mean, okay, I've been obsessed with The Traitors. If you've talked to me, even with the Pulse who gets near me knows that I've been watching that show.
Bridget talked to us about it a lot.
Yeah, I
I watched The Traitors.
It's
did you?
phenomenal. And then otherwise, actually, all my Bravo shows have kind of wrapped. Like Potomac just finished, Beverly Hills just finished, Miami just finished. I'm kind of like, actually, do you know what I'm watching right now? I'm watching old seasons of Survivor, and they are wild. I'm watching like Bush is still president, and I'm watching season 13, and they divide them up by race. They have like a tribe of Asians, a tribe of Black people, a tribe of Latinos, and a tribe of white people. I'm like, you could not do this on TV today.
They really did that. Like I'm a big fan of The Challenge on MTV, and like in those early seasons, they really did like when they began like building their allies and their alliances. They would go like the
Down
white
racial
people.
lines.
The white people stick together, and sometimes they didn't really talk about it, but it was very evident. But do you watch the Housewives franchise?
No.
Same.
I've tried.
I will say, like, you have to go back though. Like there's so much gold in like the early seasons of like Atlanta. I just watched season 3 of Atlanta again. Like this is what I do. Like I said, I sit down and I watch like a singular old time capsule season. Season 3 is amazing. Like Phaedra joins, and Phaedra is like trying to have a baby at 7 months pregnant. She's like lying about when she got knocked up, and like Sheree wants to be a actress and can see herself getting an Academy Award. She says this on the first episode. She's never acted a day in her life. and then Kim Zolciak. Like there's one white woman who's ever been on Atlanta, and Kim Z is honestly a top tier housewife.
Do you go back and watch these because you can't figure out something else to watch?
That, and also like they make me happy.
Okay.
Like it's like
I think that's like something that we all do. Like I struggled with that yesterday. I had nothing to watch. I like literally sat on my couch for like an hour scrolling through all of the apps, and I couldn't find anything to watch. No, I didn't have a new show to watch. Like no new episodes. So I had to force myself to start something new, and I watched like Buying Beverly Hills or
what do you think of it? Because like it's actually very BH like Houses of Beverly Hills adjacent.
Oh right, yeah,
because it's Mauricio and the daughters.
Yes.
Yeah.
I watched 2 episodes. I'm kind of hooked. I liked it.
Are you watching the current season?
No, the first season.
Okay, wow. Okay, well then never mind.
Okay.
Do you guys? This is on Traitors and The Challenge. I love CT. How do we feel about him?
I mean, I don't. If you've not watched The Traitors, I don't want to talk a lot about CT, but
I've seen all the hate on
that man has done somehow me wrong through what he's done to other women on The Traitors, in my opinion, specifically one.
Oh.
Well, he's always been like a fan favorite on The Challenge.
I'm
which
kind
is
of attracted to him.
I mean,
is that?
have you seen young version of him?
Oh, I watched
the man is fine.
Yes.
Did you see that elimination
Like
when he
Boston
picked
Bad
up
Boy?
Johnny Bananas off his back?
Threw him basically all the way across.
Yeah.
I got turned on.
Yeah, he's a good-looking man.
Yeah.
And
I know.
That's all
But
I
I will say, like, then at the Traitors reunion, though, when he's like, I just want to say good job to all the, like, the non-gamers out there. Like, it's like his little voice. I was like, shut up, CT. You're being so condescending.
He's got to be, like, middle-aged by now.
Definitely.
I don't even care.
Well, I mean, like, it's fascinating because, the reason I got into Survivor was because I like the Survivor contestants on Traitors. And I'm watching, like, Parvati's first season is this race-divided season. And like, Parvati is, like, 22 years old. So it's, like, it's so weird because it's almost 20 years ago, basically. And now we're like,
do you feel like I'm too old to get into the franchise now?
Of Survivor?
No, absolutely not.
Oh,
Don't put me down for that.
I was like, are you
just
kidding
like
me?
any of them? Say The Challenge. How young are people when they go on there for the first time?
They range.
know.
Nowadays, they range.
I think we could still go on Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Survivor seems like a lot. I don't know that I want
I don't think I would survive.
They Well, they've gone down in like the difficulty of it. Now they don't make you boil your own water. They don't like you don't explore as much. You also used to stay 39 days, and now it's like 28 days. So they've like reduced it by almost half.
Do you feel like you could do Survivor?
Girl, I'm from Hondo, Texas, and I did outdoor living skills at.
Oh, right. Right. He was a leader in the FFA.
I went to
FFA.
Hermanson's
Future Farmers
sleepaway
of
camp,
America.
and I know how to like start a fire. I don't know. I am quite the prissy princess, but I'm not afraid of like any critters. Like
when dollars and good TV is on the line,
I know.
put me in.
$1 million.
Yeah.
$1 million.
So you're versatile?
I can make it.
You're versatile?
In that way, yes. Yes, I am. Yeah. Quote me on that.
All right. I think it's time to just jump into controversial opinions. I think Ryan is probably the perfect guest to do these.
I'm so excited about this.
I'm excited too, but like, I think it's funny to me because in my head they're not controversial. I'm like this makes sense.
Okay.
And so it's always like sometimes I feel like I say things and I don't even know they're controversial.
Do you
And
feel like
so-
that's your Sagittarius energy?
Definitely. I mean, I lacked a lot. I lack tact. That's for damn sure. And I just I enjoy being brutally honest. I also I love shock factor. I love to. I like to be inflammatory for the purpose of being inflammatory.
Who are you telling?
Yeah.
I love to tell people that my parents are dead because they are. Yeah.
Because of that.
Because
Are your parents dead?
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the first thing is usually like, I'm sorry. I'm like,
I am sorry. I didn't say that.
I killed them.
Oh well. Okay. So,
Well-
Can I keep that in?
Well, I was thinking of that because I thought of you a couple weekends ago when I went to Georgia because, let me finish, because one of my friends, I did all of their big three, and my friend Laura, she's a Sagittarius sun, a Sagittarius moon, and a Sagittarius rising.
Well, then is
Whoa.
she like really optimistic though?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd say she's
like
optimistic.
I have one friend who is also all three, and she's just like so much more like bubbly and like in my opinion, like if you are that Sagittarius pure, there's a lot more optimism in you. I'm a little bit more cynical.
I've just never seen somebody that has the same big three, so I was like, whoa. But yeah,
My friend Kimchi,
she's insane.
no, I bet she is. My friend Kimchi is Gemini, all three.
Ooh.
Talk about someone who is psychotic.
My God.
And we're both saying that as somebody with heavy Gemini energy.
I mean, I'm Sag Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising.
Yeah. Also Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising.
Wow.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I'm perfect. All right.
Okay, let's jump in.
I'll do the first one,
Okay.
to ease us in. And that is the first one I have is the greeting, how are you, is fucking stupid.
Because people don't care.
People don't care.
Okay.
And also we're all starting our relationship off on a lie because you say, how are you? And I say, good. Not good. You know what I mean? So I'm already lying to you.
Well, I mean, I think this is also something that's deeply American. I've
Yeah.
seen other countries complain about how no, they're not going up to each other and lying all the time and being like, I'm having a great day.
Yeah.
It's they're always just being like, hello. It's not. There's nothing attached to it beyond that.
Yeah. Why do we do that?
I actually told my therapist the truth today when she asked, how are you?
You're supposed to.
I was like, "Ugh, okay. But I feel like at the very beginning, I'm like, oh, I'm good. And she's like, okay, how's your week been? And then I really dive in and I'm like, actually, I'm not good. But today I was like, I'm okay. I was like, I'm trying to be honest with you. She was like, I appreciate that.
I mean, I think that's the appropriate time to be honest with how. But that's another thing. Is whenever you're not in therapy and then you actually give honesty to somebody, they're
And
like,
I didn't ask for that.
actually, that's not what I wanted. Yeah.
I was gonna ask what's the alternative, but I guess we can just say hi, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, what you been up to? I don't know. You can get more in. Actually,
Well,
do you care? That's the question. It's
Right.
A question that you would care about.
I think you could just have a greeting, good morning,
Yeah.
good afternoon.
Because I'm talking about people you don't know, like the cashier at the grocery store. Sometimes you're like, hey, how are you?
I don't know. I mean, is it us trying to propel the falseness of the American dream forward of we're all just doing well and
I
happy.
think that's exactly it. Yeah.
It's all just lies we tell ourselves that we're happy. in
Yeah,
this
we do
world.
lie a lot.
Yeah.
We lie a lot.
Okay, so we're all in agreement. Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to? share yours.
Yeah, I'm happy to go with mine. I've held on to this belief forever. And that is just like one thing, especially in this era of Instagram, I feel like I just see a lot of gay men commenting on people's fashion, and it's also like the era of like mother and like all this crap that like that means nothing. And I just think that like collectively as a community, gay men have no authority on fashion.
Everything's iconic.
I know it's all iconic. It's all serving cunt. Like I'm like shut.
Queen.
Yeah, queen shit right there. Like no,
she ate.
Did she?
No.
Like she looks anorexic to me. I'm confused.
Yeah, especially and like who it's coming from. It's like, what are you wearing?
I mean, constantly.
You're wearing Shein.
Girl, sometimes not even.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's. I don't even know what they're wearing.
Yeah.
Like Frankie Grande is a great example of somebody who wears like clothes that I cannot believe go on a person's body, And I feel like you can walk around Hell's Kitchen and see people in very similar outfits.
Don't get me started on the Hell's Kitchen fashion. Like they're still wearing like the tightest, skinniest jeans.
It's
like,
disturbing, and it's like with the ribbed Euro cut.
Yes,
like they all look like Euro trash. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and then you go to Brooklyn. Sometimes it's a little extreme. I definitely like the vibe of the gay men in Brooklyn way more. But
definitely.
But even that, sometimes it's like, what are you wearing?
I know. Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree. Because I also don't want to discredit all gay men, Because but it's also like I feel like it was like a lie told to us. Speaking of more lies, like in the 90s, I feel like every supporting gay male character in a rom-com was like well dressed, And so I was like built on this idea that yes, like this is a society of well-functioning, like high, like well-styled men, and lo and behold, we're not.
Yeah, well, and I guess I do see gay men who just like take on that identity. They're like, I'm homosexual, so this is something that I'm good at. Period. But when it's like,
I do connect with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that has been put on me too from like my friends who are women. They'll be like, oh, you can help me like pick out my outfit, and it's like, why?
I mean, I think people should ask me because I have incredible.
I agree.
I have incredible taste.
I agree. I also feel like you'd tell me the truth.
Thank you. I definitely would.
Whether you ask for it or not.
Yeah, it's coming out of my mouth.
I'm gonna start sending pictures of my outfits daily
to
like, Ryan.
He's like,
He's like, no.
Are you sure
Honey,
about that?
No.
I'm like, you're just going to the gym, right?
Oh my god. Do you have any others? That you're brave enough to
Nothing
share?
that won't get me canceled. So maybe I'll hold on to the other ones for now.
Okay. Another one I have is we should be limited on the number of babies we can have.
Okay, China.
China, they got one thing right, I think.
Well, actually, I think that they now had to undo it because they were seeing a recession in their own population. It became actually detrimental to their own growth,
right,
as a country.
Well, I have
Yeah, I think you should underlie first because I
Okay.
would like to speak on your.
Yeah. I also wrote, you should be evaluated before having a child.
I really think that would solve the problem there.
Based on what?
That's a good question. Like, what is this? What are you evaluating?
Are you evaluating socioeconomic status? Because then you're going to get into some hairy areas,
Yeah. No, I think more like psych eval. Like, are you like well
are you fit
enough
to be a parent?
Yes.
Number one, because I think kids can grow up in like a lower socioeconomic status.
She looked at you.
And well, I was addressing your comment.
I come from small town Texas, but
Same.
I was valedictorian.
Were you really?
I was really.
Oh my
Flex.
god.
Yeah. Boom,
Flex.
bitch. And,
Wow.
and I went to Rice University. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm like-
Is that so?
Not in an offensive way, but I'm shocked.
I somehow found offense.
Oh my god. I was class president.
Okay.
And you?
Good for you.
I was the most beautiful.
Who said that?
Anyway, we'll pull up the
believe
yearbooks later.
I was most likely to succeed. I didn't.
I also graduated with 50 people. So anyway,
Slim picking.
what were we talking about?
How beautiful
Oh.
you are.
No,
The-
babies.
Oh.
Who should have them?
Yeah, but I'm saying if
No one.
somebody is still fit to be a parent and can show someone love and support,
I still
then those kids are going to be fine, I think,
Definitely.
overall. But like, if you are just unwell or quite frankly are an idiot and have no critical thinking skills, then yeah, you probably shouldn't. I don't think.
But define unwell.
I have a problem with a lot of people's reasoning for having a baby. Like one example, I'm watching Vanderpump Rules, and Lala is having. I think she is pregnant now.
I think she is.
Because she wants her own, and she's like so like open about it. She wants to have this baby on her own so that it can be all her own. That doesn't sit well with me.
I don't know.
And I feel like
I'm
a
not
lot of
against that.
that makes it
actually.
really-
I think a lot of people, but I don't know. It's just like weird. It's like you want this human to like love you. It seems like really self-serving.
I
But I feel like as but you also have to like compromise with someone as a parent, especially her. Like, not to defend Lala, she's got her own shit, but especially her coming from a relationship where now she has to co-parent with someone that she hates. So now she's like, I would just rather not co-parent with someone. I would just rather make all of the parenting decisions.
I get that, but I
Yeah.
think it's
No, but I
say it like that.
I also
Yeah.
think it's weird because I feel like it sounds like then the kid that she shares will be like have like less preference to the one that she has that's all her own.
What
Okay.
happens when that baby
You
grows
know?
up and sees this?
I know.
Yeah.
She said it on TV too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I think that's what it is. I think everyone is, mothers are really thinking that, but like the fact that she said that, I mean, I respect her for being honest, but also like not everything has to be said out loud.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think to your point of what is an eval, like how do you psych eval? So I donated my eggs twice. So they're Chelsea's out there. And when I did that, I had to go through like I had to go through this long quiz that made sure that I was like mentally okay. And I think it's the same to make sure you're not, I guess, depressed or all of these things.
They
It's
do
like,
that to get on a reality TV show. You have to do a psych eval.
yeah, but then I had to do an in-person where she's like asking me questions back and forth. So yeah, I mean, I had to get evaluated.
I wonder if I would pass. It's like what I had was that's the only thing I have in my head.
You would.
I guess the
would.
problem is like you can't like really do that like while two people are having sex, and you know what I mean. There's no
True.
way to like step in between.
I
like,
mean, like,
before
Just everyone
he
should-
ejaculates.
Should
There's
everyone be sterile and until like corrected? Like
Oh, that would be that's the tricky part.
essentially. No, like this we're getting into like some like
Yeah.
Orwellian shit.
Yeah, we're about to enter a territory that we do not
No.
want to enter.
Yeah.
So let's
Like-
move on.
I mean, I have no authority. Okay, here, a gay with no authority. Okay,
True.
on this.
True. Okay, this one is controversial. Everyone is beautiful. Who wants to start?
I don't believe that.
I don't either, and that's
Um,
okay.
No, I mean, like I spend a good amount of my life judging other people based on how they look.
I feel like everyone has good things that they bring to the table. At least one.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
I hope so.
To some people, there's probably something that is beautiful about someone to someone else.
Right.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, okay, like inner beauty. Sure.
Not everyone has inner beauty,
No.
Not everyone has it.
and if we can confidently say that, then why can't we confidently say that not everyone has outer beauty either?
I don't know because the PC police going to come for us.
Yeah.
Like
It's
I
so
don't.
subjective. Beauty is subjective.
Beauty. I mean, yes.
Beauty is subjective.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
mean, like, and I think we also hold ourselves to a lot of like ideas based on like white supremacy. You know, I think it's like still very much built into like ideas of beauty in society and like in like popular culture for sure.
So do you think?
But there are some people who are just damn ugly. You know.
yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Like not everyone has to be. But so are you saying you think everyone is beautiful to someone? Like
Yeah,
visually?
I genuinely think there is someone for everyone.
okay, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everyone is beautiful to me, but I definitely think everyone has beauty to someone.
Right.
Yeah.
We're just so lucky that we're all beautiful.
I know. God, thank God I'm blessed.
Some of us have to spend a lot of money, but that's okay.
we asked this question a few episodes ago. Would you rather be like super freaking good looking or super, super smart, but
You can't be
you
both.
lose the other. So
I
really,
mean,
really,
so if I'm smart, I'm like ass ugly.
yes,
I'm so vain. But
we said it too. Don't worry.
I don't know. I mean, like the thing is, like, if I was smart enough, I could get rich enough to then get the work done to then fix the look.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But it doesn't guarantee that you're rich.
fuck it. I want the looks.
See, yeah, and my answer was I would take the looks if I'm a female, I want the looks. If I'm a male, I wouldn't care.
I mean, I think
I'd be smart.
in the Instagram era that we live in, I think the looks would get you farther. Honestly,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I think if it was like if we
I don't subscribe.
Mhm. If we went back 100 years, give me the brains.
Yeah,
You know,
fair.
Okay. Next, this is we started this conversation last week, and it's what are you convinced that people are pretending to enjoy? So last week we talked about we think people are pretending to enjoy salads,
I love a good salad.
or like we think there's like
It's not your
people that
favorite food.
pretend that like that's their favorite food, and I'm like, you're
okay, well,
lying.
that's not true.
Or like being pregnant, like come on, get out of here. I have a couple other ones.
Shoot.
I think people, we all are probably at this table, are pretending to enjoy alcohol. Like, we don't like alcohol.
I mean, I do like I mean like I enjoy like a nice glass of wine and
But you also have to like train yourself to enjoy that.
Like,
It's not like
when you were
it's
11
not
years
like
old, that
first
tastes-
sip, and you're like,
well,
wow.
I mean, I gotta tell you though, like I'm really into like natural wine these days, and it's like very like almost like kombucha-y sometimes. It's like juice. Like
Yeah.
it's much more similar to juice than like let's say like a heavy cab, you know, like, and that's the shit that I can crush, and that's when I get in trouble because then I drink too much.
And he denied wine today. We were going to drink wine.
I'm off the sauce right now. It's truly a testament.
So healthy of you.
I know. I needed a cleanse.
Yeah. I respect
Didn't you do dry January as well?
Hell no. No. I don't like the idea of prescribing to somebody else's time to do it. Like I want to do it on my terms.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair. Okay, another one I wrote was people are pretending to enjoy long, thought-provoking movies. And okay, I'm being a little hyperbolic here. I think it's why does everyone's favorite movie have to be that 3.5 hour movie that you had to, you know, look up to really find the meaning? Like, why can't
Mine is The Devil Wears Prada, so come for
Okay,
me.
thank you. That's what I'm saying.
See,
Like,
I was questioning this because I'm like, oh, Brian's a movie guy, so
No, I mean, like, I do enjoy going to see, like, a good, critically acclaimed film.
yeah,
You know? I mean, like, I don't know, like, what the most, like, because, like, even the most, like, thought-provoking ones I've seen recently were still these little humorous. Actually, I don't know. Like, did you enjoy Zone of Interest as a movie?
I enjoyed it in the moment, but I never want to watch it again.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know.
but my point is like, why can't I just say my favorite movie is The Devil Wears Prada and that be a respected answer?
It's respected in my circles.
Okay, thank you. All right, I like
Yeah.
this circle.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, like, actually, I want to get into some more. Like,
Yes.
what's a film that someone has named to you that you're just like, shut the fuck up?
like that. It's their favorite movie. I'm trying to like.
I feel like people are talking about like Oppenheimer or like,
people have like Requiem for a Dream. I'm like, whatever.
I've never even heard of that. But yeah, like if you're.
but there are things like that where you feel like you're like, are you like trying
Oppenheimer's
to
your
be
favorite movie of
something?
all time?
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I mean. It's like
you must be bored.
I just don't believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't believe
Well, I mean,
you. That,
I think a lot of people like stunt on pseudo intellectualism. You know,
Yeah.
they want just like give the idea that they're like sophisticated.
Yeah.
You know? And so
Yeah.
like I'm willing to admit I'm white trash. You know.
right. Same.
So dive in, baby.
Are there any other thoughts that you think people are pretending to enjoy, or things, not thoughts? Because on the flip side, we can talk about things that people are pretending to hate.
Which I think my first was Nickelback. Like, why do we hate it?
It's just not that good. I mean, and actually,
But it's not like as bad as people are. Like, we
No.
all know the songs.
Like, do we
No.
actually hate it, or were we told we hate it?
Well,
So now it's
and like,
become-
who told us?
Yeah,
I know someone on the internet like started it. And
Yeah.
it just like took off like wildfire. But I mean, the same but it's kind of like I also am not convinced so that popular music is good. You know, like we're often fed music by labels, and there's like play it over and over and over again.
Yeah,
and
it's the Illuminati.
And then we listen to it, and we think it's good.
True.
You know, and so that's like in the same vein. Like I could never hear Imagine Dragons again, and I'm good.
Fair.
Okay,
Is that today's
I feel
Nickelback?
the same, but
I kind of feel like it is.
but like, have you seen that man on stage recently?
Oh, I've seen those videos.
He is so
He wears-
fine.
He wears the shortest like
then
gym
make better
shorts.
music.
I don't.
You don't have to when you look like that.
That's true.
I just watch him
He
run
chose
around.
he chose looks over brains.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I think people are pretending to hate, and we hear this all the time on every reality show. I can't stand drama.
Oh,
You're lying.
I live
Yeah.
for it.
I prefer it if it's someone else's and I get like the a front row seat. I don't necessarily hate
I know.
it when I'm in it.
I mean, if anyone says like they hate gossip, I'm like,
Oh, right.
could not
Name a
be me.
friendship that wasn't formed over the mutual hate of someone else. Oh wait.
I mean, I think that talking shit is important. I think it really builds trust.
Yeah.
Because and also like honestly, if I piss you off and I leave, like you should be talking shit about me. You need to get it out off your chest. like you.
Oh, I disagree.
No. People be like, say it to my face, and I'm like, how about like you don't want me to like you don't want me to tell you what I'm thinking in my head. You know, that's not a good idea. You want me to go behind your back,
don't.
spread that shit to other people, and then come back to you and be like, everything's great.
Yeah, be a normal human and
Yeah.
talk shit about me behind my back.
Yeah.
Right? Chelsea doesn't talk shit.
Listen,
Not that much, at least.
I have to feel really justified in it, and I have to feel like if that person was going to come up to me and be like, I heard this, that I would be like, yeah, and here's why, and feel justified in that. But I don't feel, it doesn't make me feel good.
I mean, if someone confronted me, I'd be like, yeah, I said it.
Once in a blue moon, Chelsea says something, and I have to be like, "Oh my god, Chelsea, you're so bad. You're so bad. You're a mean girl."
You're such a pure-hearted person.
But I think it's also because like I wouldn't want it. You can talk shit about me
Treat
all you want.
others how you want to be treated, Brian. Okay.
Anyway,
Choke
that's
me.
the lesson.
Oh, I have another one that I think people are pretending to hate.
Okay,
You ready for this, Ryan?
I'm listening.
Taylor Swift.
I wouldn't. Okay, I don't care for her.
Right, but hate is such a strong word.
Well,
no one
and-
hates her.
I mean, she's whatever. Like the bitch can't dance, and will say that Style is one of the greatest songs I've ever listened to.
I love it.
Like I mean, like I find her persona annoying often.
That's fair.
We
She is cringe.
She's cringe.
You know,
Yeah.
like, super cringe.
She's like the epitome of cringe.
And like I know that she's gotten a lot of flack for it, but like the way in which she's like serially dated almost every celebrity on the planet, just like I'm like, you just are such a pick me girl, like and it drives me up a wall. But I guess
I don't feel like she would deny being a pick me girl. She's like, okay, pick me.
I can like already see a track title called "Pick Me!" Exclamation point.
Girl, you're welcome, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But I think people don't actually hate Taylor Swift. I think people hate Swifties more than
I definitely hate Swifties.
right? And they hate like they just don't understand all the hype and like why so many people like her. So the hate gets directed at her. actually find it kind of unfair to her.
Well, I'm
You should
sorry.
hate us.
I'm sorry that your fans are crackheads.
Who's your number one?
Dua.
Oh,
So that's your, like,
interesting.
Dua Lipa was my pop queen. You know,
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
like follow to the ends of the earth for sure.
Interesting.
We were just talking about Dua last week because
She's just like not on my radar.
I like her.
I don't not like
Yeah,
her. I
yeah.
just don't think of her.
She got me through the pandemic. Like, I mean,
Future Nostalgia was such a great
it's
album.
such a good album.
Yeah.
And
I'm
God,
not like crazy over these couple
I-
singles that she's put
I've
out.
listened to them both nonstop in my
Really?
head. Yeah,
You like Houdini?
I did actually like Houdini.
I think it was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. I mean, like, but I love Training Season. I've listened
It's
to
better.
that
It's
song
better than
over and over
Houdini.
and over again. But I mean, I also say like I love Dua's original album, like Genesis, Hotter Than Hell,
Hotter Than Hell.
Be the One. What a great song.
Yeah. She's honestly had a really good career so far. She's still like relatively young in her career, like, but
This is only her third studio album.
right. And she won like Best New Artist at the Grammys her first run, and then she got like nominated for Album of the Year for Future Nostalgia. I think she got like a Grammy for one of the songs, probably like don't start now.
I will say the girl can move too.
Well, I will say she has received feedback for not moving so well.
She learned how to move.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
She actually it was like her whole like brand that she couldn't move.
And she was
not like her, she didn't like make it her brand, but like we made it her brand.
And she was very insecure about it, actually, I heard.
There's like this iconic move that like she did at one performance. Yeah. And like she learned how to do it, because then I think at her last one of her last performances at one of the award shows, she pulled out that move and it was a lot better.
I mean, I also would think it's just fun. It'd be fun to just like to reference it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, like I think that's one thing that so many people take themselves so seriously these days as artists. You know, it's like fun to like show like a crack in the facade. Like I kind of also in the same vein, I wish that Kate Middleton would almost kind of like turn a little cheek to like these rumors, you know, like play with it. You're just like so serious, and I'm just like, you'll need your PR sucks, and you're mad. You're mad at me for making up rumors about you. I heard something, so I repeated it. Yes. And what? No, go.
No, you had a controversial opinion that you were going to.
Well, as you said that, I remembered, and it's from the dating prompts usually, but you made me think of it. Sometimes I feel like we should take ourselves seriously, but like I feel like that's always a comment that's like, I want somebody that doesn't take themselves too seriously. And I'm like, you want somebody that has no boundaries and is not going to call you out on your shit when you have it. But I don't think, like, I feel like we all take ourselves seriously because we're like,
but you need
we're
to also make fun of yourself. I think that's what's important.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. And then Ryan brought up and he was like, yeah, but then there's like people that are just like, yeah, so into themselves and what they do that it's like,
well,
okay,
there's narcissism, you know, and then there's like being motivated, but also still like,
there's like Tom Sandoval in a cover band. And then there's like,
the way he takes that cover band so serious is weird.
It's like relax.
Like,
yeah.
When she brought this up before you got here, and like the first thing I thought of was like, you don't watch Drag Race, right?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Are you watching this season?
I am watching this season.
Like when some of these drag queens like get so upset. Q.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you are a man dressing up as a woman and putting clown makeup on your face, and you're upset that you didn't do the best on the farting challenge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I will say, going back to like Q's loss to Saphira in like the talk challenge.
Yeah.
I do have to think that like I think Q was just pissed because Q like laid out literally her HIV diagnosis, and then like wore the red ribbon, and then I think her and Jane still did the best of that. Of everyone who performed that day, and
but
then
at the end of the day, like
Saphira's going to win this whole game. That's the problem.
At the end of the day, you're a
playing
drag
dress
queen. You're on a competition show. Like, I just think there's levels to it. Like taking yourself serious. Like definitely, like, you know, all of our professions. Actually, what the fuck do you do? I have no clue what you do.
I mean, I don't even know what you do. I am a like data analyst for charter schools.
Sounds extremely boring.
It's not amazing. I mean, like I just wish it paid better. That's all I could say.
And Ryan used to be a teacher. Kindergarten?
I used to teach kindergarten.
Isn't that crazy? That blew my mind.
I think I knew that at some point, and that information.
I did Teach for America. I lived in Chicago. I taught in the South Side for 4 years, and then I like did a year as a data analyst for them, and then I moved to New York, and I became a data analyst for another charter school network here.
Boss ass bitch.
Kind of. I got promoted recently, which is exciting.
Congrats.
Yeah.
And you're going to get fired after this episode airs.
Probably.
That's cool.
Brian does PR.
Yeah, I do PR.
Yeah.
Okay. For whom? Like what?
For like an event company.
Well, I work in fitness.
Really?
Do you really?
Crazy.
I had no idea. Wow.
Do you ever like, sometimes when Chelsea is like doing her job in front of like, Ryan and I go to Chelsea's gym, and you know, at the beginning she walks us through the entire workout. Sometimes I'm just like, I'm never paying attention.
Ryan is neither.
No, I ain't paying attention, and then I make fun of your ass because like you'll do stupid shit sometimes.
Listen.
But sometimes I'm like, wow, Chelsea's really at work right now. She's working.
I don't have a real job.
Yeah, you do. Oh
Sure.
my God.
I get paid for it.
You get to take credit for this fat ass I got.
You're welcome. You're both welcome.
My ass is building. Yeah, I wouldn't call it fat just yet, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, we're getting there.
The reason why I asked if you watch Drag Race because I feel like you've made a comment that you're homophobic.
Oh, I'm definitely
And
homophobic.
fully relate to that too.
Yeah.
I've always like identified as a homophobic homo.
Yeah, same. Your local one, you know. You can like your neighborly homophobic homosexual.
I don't really have a lot of gay friends. Do you?
No, I'm like almost entirely around women all the time.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think because I was closeted for kind of a bit. Like I didn't come out till I was in college, and
Me too.
I don't know. And like I think now I like see gaggles of gays out, and I'm like, I don't want that.
You know, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if I want that either.
These no fashion wearing.
I mean, girl, I have pictures I could show you of these unfashionable gays.
Is this the equivalent of us being like not girls? Like we're not gays.
I mean, I've
Oh.
honestly tried to be gays. Like I have literally tried to like build friendships with other homosexuals, and like it doesn't work.
They usually try to fuck you.
That's actually true.
It is true. I've tried too, and then they think that you can sleep together.
I'm not going to name any names, but when I was in Teach for America, I feel like there was a group of gay men, and like I would go out with them. We'd go to Boys Town in Chicago. It was fun, but I'd come with the girls. I'd bring the girls. We'd meet them there. But those gays were always screwing each other.
Yeah,
I was like, what
very
the fuck
incestual.
I was like, what's going on? I'm like, am I like so close-minded that I can't get into this?
Is that small town Texas brain?
I don't know. Yeah.
We're all from the South.
I'm not from the South. I'm from a
Okay.
southern state.
Florida?
Okay, you're you're from like the armpit of America.
Yeah. It's worse, actually. Well, on that note, I think that's how we'll end the podcast. So, Ryan, thank you so much for being
This has been so
here.
fun.
I know. I've had so much fun.
I feel like we could talk for 2 more hours.
I know. I feel like I could talk for a long time.
We can. We've actually gotten some feedback. Like our friend Eddie, like he was like, "I wish the episodes were longer." And I was like, "Who wants to listen to us for more than 45 minutes?"
We'll just have to bring back repeat guests.
I mean, like, I guess the idea is you could like still talk longer and then find even better pieces to like cut.
True.
And trim together.
Could do that.
You know,
Not today.
not today, Satan.
All right.
No.
Well,
like work ethic. No, thank you.
No. so,
like, comment, subscribe.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.